Hello, it's July 10th, 2014, episode number 27 of Weekly Woodworking Wrap-Up Review. How are you doing? I'm doing just fine. I'm back in the shop this week. Today I'm drinking Moose Drool Brown Ale by Big Sky Brewing Company. A good friend of the show, Jared, stopped by and he dropped off a bunch of beers. Jared is from Arizona and gave me like 12 local Arizona brews, and this just happens to be one of them. So, Jared, thank you for stopping by and bringing me beer. Free beer is the best beer. Man, I got a brand new used joiner. So, the local woodcraft here in Toledo was upgrading some of their equipment that they had in their classroom, and they had this 6-inch Powermatic joiner for sale for $700. I thought, hey, I'm never going to see a Powermatic joiner for this price ever again. I'm gonna pick this up. So my good friend Sean and Scott helped me bring this down into the shop. That was a task, let me tell you. That thing is heavy. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Scott, for helping me out. I owe you guys big time. Thank you so much. Cheers. New to the shop this week is Bandsaw Box Blanks. So I have these blanks for sale. They have a Baltic birch plywood core, and it is the best plywood you can get. There are no voids in there, as you can see. So I sell two different sets. The first one is the zebra wood, and the other set is bubinga, a couple of my favorite exotic woods to work with. They come unglued, or for a $6 charge, I will glue them together and then flatten the bottoms on my joiner. They're on sale now on my website at a reduced price until the end of July. They also come with patterns for a few of my boxes. So if you buy these, I will print out some patterns and throw them in there for you so you can go ahead and get started. I got more project kits coming. The beer totes, they should be in there by this weekend, and a lot more wood kits coming. So look forward to that in my store. These things are heavy. They're about 5 pounds each. So if you live outside of the United States, it's probably not worth buying these from me because the shipping is just too outrageous. I'm sorry to anybody outside the United States, but those are available in my store now. Are you guys familiar with Woodworking in America? If you're not, it's a yearly woodworking show put on by Popular Woodworking magazine. There's 3 days of classes, and then there's a marketplace where a bunch of vendors are trying to sell you a bunch of stuff and demoing their products. It's really fun. I've gone to the last two. I'm going again this year. It is September 12th through the 14th. If you see this video in time and you are thinking about going, you should probably sign up by Friday the 11th, because after Friday the 11th, the early bird pricing goes away and the price goes up a few bucks. I'm going for sure. If you guys are going, let me know. I would love to say hello and meet a few of you. So I hear Steve Ramsey from Woodworking for Mere Mortals is going to be there, and I look forward to meeting Steve. Hi, Steve. All right, speaking of more woodworking education, on July 15th, the Hand Tool School by Shannon Rogers will have a live free YouTube event. And this is the description that he has. I'll be cutting 2 through mortises by chopping and drilling, then discussing how to flare them using a wedge tenon. If you're into hand tools, you should really check out the school. Shannon's remodeling his workshop, and while he's doing that, he's running a special promotion for the Hand Tool School. It's 30% off. There will be a link and the promo code down below. The school is really cool because there are lessons and then there are projects, and they're very detailed and many hours of video there. He does a really good job of filming it and teaching these classes, so I highly suggest checking that out if you're into hand tools. Or if you're not into hand tools, you should check it out anyway, because maybe you'll get into hand tools. A lot of people gave Shannon a bunch of crap this week because he's known for hand tools and teaching hand tools, and he got a new 20-inch Grizzly planer. I personally have never tried to plane down a board to a thickness. I'll use hand planes occasionally for other tasks, but thickness planing by hand sounds like an awful task. And maybe he thinks so as well, and maybe that's why he's getting this power planer. But don't let that fool you. 99% of his work is done by hand tools, and he's a very skilled craftsman and teacher. So check that out. This beer's going down fast. Chucky might have to go get me another one here soon. I am really big into podcasts, audio podcasts, not just woodworking, but a bunch of other ones too, comedy and business ones. As you may have heard me talk about in the past, there are 3 well-known woodworking podcasts already, and that's Wood Talk, Shop Talk Live, and the Modern Woodworkers Association podcast. Well, I just learned of a brand new one. It is called the Craftsman Road by Corey Mickelson. And it's a one-on-one interview style podcast. Kind of uses like the Mark Maron formula of, hello, how you doing? We're going to talk to such and such guest today. Then he asks that guest a bunch of questions, and then it has a little outro at the end. Very good, really good interviewer. It has a good flow to it. The quality is fantastic. I've listened to a couple of them. I've listened to the William Ng and the Chris Wars episodes, and they're fantastic. And just a bunch of interviews with woodworkers that you should know. I think Shannon Rogers just recorded an episode with him, and that should be out shortly. So check out the new podcast called The Craftsman Road by Corey Mickelson. Good stuff, Corey. Good stuff. That's enough talking. I should probably show you some videos now. This first video, paper towel holder by Shop Time with Peter Brown. We all have paper towels in our houses. We all have some sort of paper towel holders. Some are fancier than others. Peter is showing you just a basic paper towel holder. It's got some plywood in there. I just really love the repeating lines of plywood. And it's turned on the lathe, and he calls this a domestic turning because it's a request from his wife. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but Peter Brown, he has the best hair in woodworking. It's either Peter or Christopher Shores. One of the two. My Pallet Wood Hinge Box Project by Christopher Demetrick. This is a beautiful box made from pallet wood. For many of us, pallet wood is free and readily available right around the corner. Usually you see pallet wood sitting out for somebody to take and use as firewood, or you know somebody who has a bunch of pallets to get rid of. Usually pallet wood is free and you can get some gems in there. I see a lot of projects with pallet wood that have a very rustic feel to them, but not this hinge box. This is a very good, beautiful looking box. It doesn't have a rustic feel at all, even though it's made out of pallet wood. So check that out by Christopher Demetrick, My Pallet Wood Hinge Box Project. Folding Tray by KRTwood. Now obviously he is a big Lego fan. He solved a problem that he had of building Legos and needed some place to store them and have them easily within reach. So this is a very cool, unique design. This box has a very specific use, and I like that. That's the great thing about woodworking, is we can solve problems and have very specific things that we can make that are just for us. Very cool project, and I believe he says he is selling them on his Etsy page. So check that out from KRTwood. I just love the way it hinges and closes itself, and it's got the curved front. It's a very cool looking box. I like that. I'm liking all his videos. He's got a very, very good brain in there. This is one of the coolest videos I've seen in a while. It's called Waves of Grain, and it's by an artist named Keith Skretch. It's a stop motion video, and he's taking a photo of the wood and then planing it down and then taking another photo and then planing it down layer by layer. And this is so cool. And it really just shows the hidden life of a tree and how the rings and the grain pattern kind of grow as the tree grows. Just really cool, beautiful video. And that's Waves of Grain by Keith Skretch. Love that. Last video of the week, Maple Coffee Table by Carl Jacobson. Now, you probably know Carl as the guy who's always turning stuff, but this time he's making a beautiful live edge table. Now he is turning stuff, he does turn the legs on the lathe. Look at this slab of maple. This is just a beautiful, beautiful piece of wood. It's got some great curl in there. I just love it. He does a cool little thing in here where there's a couple cracks that he fills with turquoise. Instead of hiding the cracks, he's highlighting them, and I really love that. It's a very cool technique and just a beautiful table by Carl Jacobson, so check that out. Alright, that wraps up the show this week. Don't forget, I have some shirts for sale. I have this red Make Something shirt with the saw blade on there. I have this brown Make Something shirt with a log on there. And then I also have this camel colored Drunken Woodworker shirt. That's available in my store. I also have the Bandsaw Box Blanks. Any day now I'll have the kits for the beer totes. I'm going to put a link down below and ask you to sign up on my weekly mailing list. I am going to start offering coupon codes that are only available to people on my mailing list. I'm also going to put some free bandsaw box patterns on there for a limited time for only people who are on the mailing list. So I highly suggest you go down the link below and fill it in. Basically, I'm just going to send you a weekly email saying, hey, this is what's going on. Here's a thank you for watching and subscribing. In case you missed it, here's a video that I did this previous week. So just some cool things like that. So check that out. That about wraps it up. Guys, girls, stay passionate and make something.
To keep up with me, subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Facebook, Google+, Twitter, Pinterest, Tumblr, Instagram, and Etsy. And be sure to check out my website at drunkenwoodworker.com.